Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Consumer behavior is shifting to values-driven purchasing, and blockchain is helping to provide that transparency for sustainability efforts. Joining me to discuss is Paul Chang. He's a global blockchain leader for distribution and industrial markets at IBM. Paul, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Tell us about the recent announcement with JM Smucker.
Yeah, so Smucker's decided that they wanted to become more transparent with their consumers, and they wanted to use sort of the modern technology that enables that data sharing to be accurate and complete. So JM Smucker is the first US-based coffee brand to use our blockchain platform, as well as working with a company called Farmer Connect to be able to provide complete transparency down to the village level or where the coffee's been grown, as well as for the consumers to engage those growers directly. Meaning not only can we see where the coffee was grown, but we could actually make contributions to various different programs in those villages, such as clean water, building of schools, seedling for coffee plants. There are various ways that the different organizations are trying to help those communities. And now, for the first time, the consumers can actively engage in those activities.
Yeah, that's really encouraging. That's great to hear. So tell us how the QR code works.
Yeah, so QR code is actually a very simple technology. You take your smartphone and all you have to do is open the camera and you hover over the QR code and it knows which website to launch you to. So then you go to the website, you actually have some description of the product, and then you can have, there's a little map that shows the complete journey of the coffee from farm all the way into the roasting facility. And then there are these programs that are listed. So you could, click on any of the programs, choose to make a donation, and you can not only make a donation, but you can actually stay engaged with the program. So you can get updates if you like, and follow along as they make progress on their fundraising effort to provide better living conditions for those farmers.
How is transparency achieved using blockchain technology specifically? Because when you hear something like this, it changes the entire supply chain. It adds accountability across the board.
You said it. So I think the key factor for blockchain is the fact that there's accountability. So each party enters their data, and that data is actually now recorded on blockchain, and no one can actually go and erase it or alter it. So there's more accountability as well as more trust in the data that's stored in blockchain.
And what are some other areas IBM is using blockchain to find modern day solutions for sustainability issues?
Yeah, so blockchain happens to be a great platform to engage in various different sustainability projects. So we have done some work around recycling of plastic containers, especially those countries that have ocean access. We know Pacific Ocean is actually a collection area of large amounts of plastic. And so we're encouraging use of technology to encourage people of those countries to collect and recycle the plastic, and for the program to pay them, right? Financially reward them in a secure way, so that they could maintain a certain livelihood. So that's one way we've done it. We're also using blockchain technologies to calculate carbon footprint, and we believe that is a much more precise way and much more accurate way to calculate carbon footprint based on blockchain data versus other data sources that might be available.
Paul, do you think consumer behavior and sustainability initiatives have reached a tipping point? Shoppers appear to be just as value-driven as they are product-driven.
Yes, I mean, I think there will always be those two types of shoppers, right? Value-driven and driven by products that they prefer. What I'm seeing is especially with a lot of the younger consumers, and we've done some studies around this, they are more purpose-driven, right? And I think they want to support companies that are aligned with their interests. And when it comes to coffee, it's also a little bit personal, right? And it's you're not going to go buy coffee that you don't like the taste of just because it's cheaper, right? So I think it's a bit more emotional purchase. And I do think, in the U.S., we're not able to produce coffee. So certainly ensuring sustainable supply of high quality coffee beans, that's a win for me. And if I'm able to help, those growers have a more sustained livelihood, then it's a win for them. So I do believe coffee is one area where we think, those benefits merge.
All right, Paul, great to have you with us. Thanks for joining me on Trade Talks.
Yep, thank you very much.
And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.